Get off your phone! It's time to record a video. Derek.
Hello. I'm here again.
Are you in a relationship?
Yeah, I am actually.
Okay.
Are you?
Yeah. Today I wanted us to get some dating advice. I know we're already dating people, but you never know. Maybe we can learn some tips to make it that much better.
I could use some more advice. I don't know what I'm doing, so...
Yeah. And whenever I try to find someone who really knows what's what, I like to pick an account that has their subscribers turned off and who turns their likes and dislikes off and their descriptions are way too long.
Not enough hashtags in that, actually.
Not enough hashtags. Well, I got an email from Timothy that says, weirdly overconfident, out of touch incel vibes. This guy sucks. He hit his videos a while ago, but now he's back. So he used to be really big. Now he's back. You know, I think there's something to be said about the oversaturation of these alpha dudes who try to teach stuff to other people online. There's just too many of them.
There's so many.
And I never stop getting people sending me them, but listen, I need something to watch.
Here's the invitation for you guys to send different content.
Yeah, Nick is not green merchant. Gmail.com is where we like to send video content. There's so much just conservative alpha male stuff and I need something new. I'm tired. I'm so tired. Female dating advice? From a guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why female dating advice sucks. Everyone's heard that you don't ask a fish how to catch a fish.
Too close to the camera.
I know. It's like below as well. He's like... What? He's talking down to us. Hey
guys, welcome back. I could not imagine being that close to the camera. Maybe I do have a YouTube video back when I was that close to the camera. But you gotta let it breathe. You gotta let it breathe, Derek.
I don't like the lower angle.
Yeah, he's looking down on you. We like to look up to show you that we respect you.
Because we are alphas.
We're omega males. Ooh.
Ask a fisherman. This is because...
What? I missed something.
You don't ask a fish how to catch a fish. You ask a fisherman. This is because...
So they're saying don't ask a
fish.
Female. Don't ask
the
a female is the fish and the male
is a fish as well.
You don't ask a fish how to fish. Ask the guy who's fishing.
I'm lost in this analogy already.
Okay, so the woman's trying to catch a fish. But she's trying to catch a guy.
Well, the fish are with the fish anyway. Why is the fisherman involved? Who is the fisherman in this scenario?
Who would a girl go to ask for advice on a guy? So the girl is trying to get a guy, right? That's what female dating advice is. So a girl fishing for a guy and the guy would be the fish. You wouldn't ask a fish how to fish, you'd ask a fish. So wouldn't you ask a girl to give you dating advice to find a fish, a guy?
Someone who's had
Is he trying to act like he's the fisherman?
I think we lost it.
So maybe he's dating other guys and that's what he's
Play it back one more time because I think we just said exactly what he said but then backwards.
Everyone's heard that you don't ask a fish how to catch a fish. You ask a fisherman. This is because women don't give advice based from the perspective of the pursuer. They give advice based from the perspective of the pursued. And a woman isn't even going to look in a man's direction unless she almost immediately gets the impression that he's a high value man. The problem that arises when women give dating advice is not only in their perspective, is that
female dating advice, is he talking about girls giving advice to guys?
Well, I think he's saying as a guy, you're not going to go to a girl, is what he's assuming.
Okay, this whole time I thought this video was about him telling girls how to get guys.
No, I think this is about female dating advice. That's like going to girls about advice about dating.
This is stupid.
a high value man isn't going to look in the direction of most women, especially not naggy women who don't address his needs and withhold one of the most fundamental...
Random thing to say out of nowhere.
Who thinks about it this much though? Like who says like,
I don't know.
I'm just looking for a high value man right now.
I've never looked around and thought, well, who's got the most value? I'm just like, hey, who do I like as a human being?
Who do I vibe with more?
That's something I seem to talk about in a lot of my videos is like people just think things are more complicated than they are. Just talk to somebody like a human. And if you like them and they like you, then date if that's what you want to do.
...of attraction a woman can give a man, which is sex. For this reason...
Huh? What? Every time I back up, something happens.
Naggy women who don't address his needs and withhold one of the most fundamental signs of attraction a woman can give a man, which is sex. For this,
So you shouldn't want to go for a naggy woman who won't address your needs and won't give you sex.
See, I'm really feeling like his definition of naggy woman is like someone who's just willing to talk to you.
Yeah, someone who like has their own life and might, want something in return for a relationship, because that's what a relationship is.
For a change.
For a change. Because you give and you receive in a relationship. And you should both want to get, this isn't a sex analogy. I'm saying in general, guys, get your head out of the gutter. I'm saying give some love and get some love, but not in a sex way. I'm just saying like
in general.
You make a meal for your girlfriend. Your girlfriend,
gives you a high five.
Gives you a high five.
but they also make up unrealistic ways that the high value man would treat them in their little fairy tale fantasy land. So they'll say things like they want a sweet guy who holds the door open, who brings her flowers, who's patient with her, etc.
That's just common decency though. Like that's not a lot to ask for. I feel like being a good person shouldn't be like you need to Yeah.
This fish analogy doesn't work. And let me bring it back to the fish analogy because you're right. You wouldn't ask a fish how to catch a fish. You'd ask a fisherman. But you wouldn't go, let me think of a better analogy for the situation real quick.
You guys
So don't talk, please. Like you wouldn't ask a girl. No, you should ask someone. If you're trying to find a girl, you should ask a girl what she likes. I'm going to continue the video now.
Continue it.
None of that's true. In the small instances that it is true, it's something she only enjoys when you guys are officially a couple. And even then, it's only once in a blue moon she'll actually appreciate it. Any more often of that, doing those types of things, and she'll start to lose not only respect, but in turn, attraction for you. And this is because she...
Derek, when you compliment your girlfriend and when you buy her things or when you spend quality time with her, how when you do that too much she starts to lose respect for you.
Yeah, you can feel the hatred building up.
She stops respecting you, and it's only once in a blue moon where she actually thanks you for that stuff.
Yeah, all the time. All the time.
It's very normal behavior.
Yeah,
she subconsciously knows she has not earned those things. When you're doing them without a clear cause in her head, she has not earned them. Therefore, you're doing them for seemingly unmotivated reasons.
Okay.
It's not a dog. Why is he treating her like a dog?
Relationships aren't just I'm only being nice to you because I want to have sex with you.
It's so weird. If you like someone, then you want to do those things naturally, and they like it because they like you back, and then they do things for you because they like you.
Bro, this guy comes home, gives her a sandwich, and says sex now?
Sex?
Is this please?
No, he wouldn't give her the sandwich. He'd get the sex first before the sandwich because she didn't
you're
do
not
anything
getting
dessert.
anything.
You can't give a dog
No.
a treat before he sits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was satire from the point of view of the man we're watching. That was not an actual personal opinion I have. Full disclaimer.
We think this guy's stupid.
Why is he so close to the camera?
I know. And it's off-putting. I don't like it.
She will take this as a sign that you are desperate to keep her around and that you feel unworthy of her, even when you're only trying to be nice. Which brings us in turn to why female dating coaches absolutely suck even harder. Watch this video.
Someone that you click with, give it a 60 to 90 day time frame before you sleep with them.
Last thing I want to say about this video.
I've seen 3 people so far, and I didn't even figure out what she was saying.
I know.
What was she saying? And who's the first lady? Is that Deadpool in the back with a lion photo?
This guy's an alpha.
Yeah, this guy gives really good dating advice. When you meet someone that you click with, give it a 60 to 90 day time frame before you sleep with them. Okay.
If you make a guy wait,
you're going to find out who he is before you kiss him. But this guy doesn't want you to do that. This guy doesn't want you to know who he is before you decide to get intimate with him, because that works against him. See, here's the thing. Sometimes when you get to know somebody, you find those red flags. You find out they're a train wreck and you go, not for me, motherfucker. And you say goodbye before they get a kiss, before they get some sex. But guys don't like that. And guys use scare tactic. You're just gonna get a beta, weak male. You haven't met my husband. Men don't lack impulse control. Men don't lack patience. Men aren't afraid to show you who they are because they know they're men.
This is a woman who has been...
Everything she just said
She's
was
not
right.
wrong. Like, everything.
Why did you just show a clip that was like so right? And she literally also explained they use like beta male scare tactics, which is basically like training these teenagers into thinking that they're not going to get a girl if they don't follow this protocol.
Yeah.
By wanting sex fast. Shout out to Canada's dating coach. That was pretty epic.
Based her entire brand around male to female dynamics, and yet doesn't know the first thing about male to female dynamics.
This guy does not know the first thing about male to female.
She seems so much more professional and like put together than this guy does. First of all, her camera's not like 2 inches from her face.
Yeah, she's put together. She speaks very like eloquently, and this guy is like in his room without proper lighting. His mom's making chicken casserole in the other room.
She subconsciously knows she has not earned those things. When you're doing them without a clear cause in her head, she has not earned them.
And he's like about to get in the shower after getting back from high school. And that lady's married. This guy is definitely not in a relationship.
She definitely has had so much more experience than he has with this.
Thing about male to female dynamics, or she's in denial of them, which most likely she is. Men can control their urges. Men have patience. While you're sitting there dangling the only significant sign of attraction in front of him like a dog, not to mention the only real reason men and women congregate.
But she literally was right, though. She's saying men do have impulse control, men do have patience, but these men, like this guy, does not, because he's like a little monkey that wants to get his snack. He literally said the only sign of attraction, the only significant sign of attraction is sex. You ever heard of kissing before? Holding hands?
He's making it. He's making the same point as like other videos you've done, where it's like I'm only gonna be friends with a girl if I know that I'm gonna like get in their pants eventually. But you can have friends that are like of the opposite gender of you, and like all this. It's so. Who wants to be around these like people?
One of the ways that women convince themselves of the bullshit they make up about men is they'll brag about marrying a muscular man, a wealthy man, right, a hardworking guy with a good job, or some other type of man that would typically be thought of as high value. The most interesting part about this is they're not even fully attracted to these men.
How do you know that?
Have you?
Also, is this guy gonna brag about his girlfriend that he scored using his dating advice tactic? This is 2,000 views. I assume he had like a bigger base before because I recognize him.
I just think it's funny because I grew up with all sisters, so a lot of my like experience with dating has come from being around like women all my life. So it's like this guy seems like he's an only child.
Yeah, he's definitely an only child. And as you know on this channel, we bully only children. So if you see an only child,
please punch them at least once in the leg for me.
Make fun of them if you see them in the comments.
No.
Do it. That's the only hate I will condone against a group of people. STEM women are red flags.
Uh-oh.
You're dating a STEM woman.
Oh.
If she's in STEM, that's a red flag. Women's depth of awareness.
Let me just, before, dating a girl that is in STEM, like the STEM community for women is completely terrible because it's just people that are, it's guys that are like unsure about their abilities, so they drag down women, saying like you're only in this because we need like diversity or something, when like women don't want to go into that because that's all they receive.
Yeah.
Awareness doesn't extend beyond whatever the mainstream narrative is. And since most women, at least in America, are feminists, and the mainstream narrative of feminism...
Most women in America think that women and men should have equal rights. That's weird. It's such a weird thing to say. Most women in America are feminists. I feel like most women, if you just look at the definition, would be like, yeah, I'd say that I believe women and men should have equal rights.
I want equality.
I'm a feminist.
...is to push women into careers, and not just into careers...
Why does he have his shirt off also?
He's flexing his 3 chest hairs.
Yeah, there you go.
...and that the patriarchy is keeping them from going into those fields. Women who have been brainwashed into feminism, who resent the part of themselves that want to settle down and have children, will specifically go into STEM fields and brag about it to make sure they're seen going into STEM fields on social media, just to spite this imaginary patriarchy that's supposedly
You know how much time you have to put in? You really think anyone would put that much time into something they're not actually interested in just to like...
so much schooling and like hard, difficult schooling. It's not an easy thing to get into.
If that's all they want to do is give a middle figure to the patriarchy, like they would go to like a parade or something or like protest. They're not going to go into a major of schooling for like 4 to 8 years.
That's like known, like I said before, for being like super like
I mean, I've seen it too, where like people just say, oh, this is just, you only got into this school or you only got in this major because of quality, and you're only going into the job because it's going to be easier for you than it is for me, even though my dad runs a business and I'm going to take it over in 5 years.
I don't think they realize that like it's so hard to get into these things, especially like grad school and stuff. So the fact that they're even in there completing school is like says so much about them as a person, rather than like, oh, I'm just doing this to screw the patriarchy.
Yeah,
like
I love this. Or hear me out, we just enjoy STEM. LMAO.
That's a good point.
Not scientifically possible is his response. That's such a weird response.
I feel like the STEM major would know a lot more about whether it was scientifically possible than the guy standing in his room with his shirt off.
Not scientifically possible. We're done talking about this. We're gonna do a different video now that you'll see at some other point in time. Hopefully, if it's interesting enough. Thank you for watching. Go to Derek's Instagram at Deserves.
Comment STEM majors cool.
Go to Derek's Instagram and follow him and comment that. That's his plug. And my socials are down below.
Don't follow those.
Bye.